In this video, I'd like to talk about the lesson plans that are available in Tradition of Excellence through the Interactive Teacher Studio. Now I'm in the Interactive Teacher Studio here. I have the flute book up right now because I wanted to show you how we've chosen to lay out the lesson plans. We've organized them by student page. So the lesson plan for student page 10 would introduce all of the concepts and give you a procedure and activities to address each exercise on page 10, from the warm-up number 29 through the instrument-specific private lesson. So suffice to say, they're not daily lesson plans that are provided. They're organized by student page, which could take several days depending on your particular teaching situation. Now I'll switch back over here to the score. And I was on student page 10, which started with number 29. Now, as you may recall from your score, every exercise at the top has this, what we've called the media center, but it collects all pertinent information for that particular exercise. Through here, you'd be able to access all the lesson plans. So here's number 29, here's that lesson plan, click. If I was on a different exercise, still on student page 10, you still have access to the lesson plan. So this teacher assistant icon by the lesson plan will always be active on every page of the score because it'll take you right to the lesson plan that addresses that particular exercise. So I'll click on that now, and it's going to open the lesson plan in a PDF format. This will give you a chance to read through and see if you can grab any ideas from this. There's a lot included in these lesson plans. You may choose not to do all of the information that's in here because some of them are rather extensive. But they're offered as a way for you to perhaps get ideas or pick and choose what you might want to use in your lesson, and also kind of target some of the issues that the students will be facing within student page 10. So we have the overall goal, which highlights the musicianship standards or national standards that are addressed on student page 10. Overall objectives collectively for the entire student page 10, number 29 through number 35. And then we begin the procedure section. And every lesson plan is set up like this. There'll be the warm-up activity, and then we'll go line by line. If there's something new in that particular exercise, we'll put it in italics next to the title so you know exactly what the target is. And then a step-by-step sequence that you might consider using or to draw from. We do that for each line on the page. Here's the Camptown Races that has that ear training part to it. So you can see there's a lot of information on that, and how much you choose to go into that is completely up to you. The additional materials, the worksheets, the composer sheets on Stephen Foster or on the United States of America, all of those are available through the Interactive Practice Studio as well, and I'll show you in a separate video. But for the lesson plan, we go line by line through the procedures, how you might address teaching each line in the book, including the test line. And then the evaluation assessment. Each student page has a test line. It's the last exercise on that page, and that's what we use for the evaluation. Then we've included this section of the lesson plan called enrichment studies. These are things that you might wish to spend class time discussing or giving opportunities that might go a little deeper into some of the musical aspects that were involved on that page. They're different for every student page, and just ideas that you may draw on. You may like some of these and choose not to use them when you're on this page, but choose to use them on a different page. Just things for your consideration. Each recorded accompaniment has a different model instrument. It provides a great opportunity for ear training for students to begin hearing the different sounds of the instruments of the band, being able to identify them, which is the first step to then listening as they're playing to those other instruments. Here's a writing opportunity on this particular page, some ear training, things that are outside of the book that you may wish to consider to use in your classroom, and those are under the section called Enrichment Studies. And then the private lessons, this is number 35. This particular student page had private lessons. We just succinctly state what we're going after in each instrument-specific lesson. What are we targeting? What are they learning? What do they need to do in that particular line? And that's that particular lesson plan. Now, this is a PDF format, so you can't change it. What we have offered is the lesson plan in 3 different formats so that you can change it, you can personalize it, you can cut the things that you don't want to teach, you can add your teaching strategies that you would like to use on that lesson plan, and hopefully it'll make your life a little easier and make lesson planning go a little faster for you in your district. So how do you get to those other lesson plans? That's through this green arrow with the hard disk here, the hard drive. This is the media downloader. And this is where you can get all of the media from the book. Included in the media are the lesson plans. So the easiest way to do this, you'll see I have this Find folder here over. You might not have this on your screen yet because you may not have downloaded them yet. But all you do is click on Lesson Plans or click on the specific lesson plan that you would like and get selected items. If you click up here, it's going to download everything. If you click on the specific ones that you'd like, it'll only get those items. But you'll notice we've offered the lesson plans in a PDF format, in a Word document, and a text file. So whatever options you have on your computer, if you'd like to tailor them, you can do that through a text file or through a Word document. And then you would get selected items, and they would download. Now I've downloaded them already, so I've got this Find folder, and it puts them in your Media Downloads folder. So if you go in there, these are the worksheets. I'll talk about those later. But the lesson plans are all here. And you can see that there are 3 different files. So I was on page 10. Here's the PDF that it took you to online. This is the PDF lesson plan, page 10. This is the text file, our RTF file. And this is the Word document. So now I'm in my Microsoft Word, and I can change it. So if I didn't want to do this as my warm-up, I could just change it. I would start with great warm-ups. Or if my school district had a different format for lessons, I could take the things that I do like, copy, and paste them elsewhere. I could integrate the enrichment studies that I had planned, or I could break this up into daily lessons. However you'd like to do it, the information's here. It's yours to use. It's copyable, pastable, printable, however you'd like to use them for your particular classroom. Again, just to make it a little easier for you and to save a little bit of time in your hectic schedules. It's going to ask me if I'd like to save this, and I don't. And I'll go back to the score. And again, to access the lesson plans in the book, all you have to do is click on this Teacher Assistant at the top of the page. If you'd like to download them, you use the Media Downloader. They'll put them on your computer, and to access them, you go into the Media Downloads folder.